strategy I chose is game, so at the end I'm going to be calling two contestants up to compete with each other in sort of a game show kind of thing, and I have some prizes that they can win that relates to my topic. So the general topic of my presentation is consumerism, but today I'll be focusing on the issue of automobiles. It's no doubt that cars are one of the most innovative inventions ever created. This invention led this world to a technological evolution. Cars relieve us by saving us time and energy, and they make many things possible, such as making it to work on time or simply going to the grocery store to pick up something as little as a carton of milk. However, society is so consumed in the luxury and benefits of having a car that we fail to realize that there's just as many complications as benefits. I believe it's important to be aware about this issue because lemon cars and faulty repairs were ranked the #1 consumer issue last year. So that brings me to my behavioral objective. My objective is to enhance your knowledge regarding the consumer issue of automobiles. After this presentation, you will be more aware of car defects and know what a secret warranty, a technical service bulletin, and a recall is. You also know what the California lemon law entails and the different mechanic services. So before I tell you what a secret warranty is, by a show of hands, has anybody ever experienced persistent car problems? Just spent so much money on them. So secret warranties are a program under which a car manufacturer will make repairs for free on vehicles with persistent problems even after your warranty is expired. And they do this in order to avoid a recall, which I'll be getting to in a second. The only way dealers will tell you about this is if they are really trying to avoid a recall. And that brings me to my next point. So a lot of consumers don't know about this, so it's really important because it would save you a lot of money. So a recall is a public report regarding a safety-related defect involving a motor vehicle that is conducted by the manufacturer or the NHTSA, which is the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. So recalls, they are obligated to tell you about recalls, manufacturers and dealers. If you purchase this car and there's something wrong with it, they are supposed to call you in and post it to the public, either media or online. So here is an example of recall. So this is a recent one. The report date was on September 26th. So all these make and models were manufactured by Chrysler, and they found something wrong with their engine. They all have 3.6L engines that may experience connecting rod bearing failure due to debris inside the engine block. So the consequence of this is that the connecting rod failure can lead to engine seizure, which may increase the risk of a crash. So of course they're going to have to recall these and tell everybody to come in, and then they repair it for free, or you can choose to get a different car. Okay, so TSBs are technical service bulletins. These are bulletins sent to the dealer by the manufacturer detailing a fix for a known concern. They're for informational purposes only, and it's not considered a recall, so technically they don't have to call you in and tell you to get it repaired. They're intended to assist the dealers with their repairs. TSBs, I think, are kind of a heads up to the dealer saying, hey, if a customer comes in and this is wrong with their car, tell them about the secret warranty so they can just go quietly. We'll fix it for free and they'll go, and that would, make that customer happy and kind of decrease the number of complaints for the same problems. Therefore, they won't have to do a recall. And they pretty much tell them to shut them up. And recalls cause bad press, and they just don't want to. So that's the only way they would tell you about a secret warranty. So if they do tell you about it, I would kind of look into it. Next is the California lemon law. The U.S. has a national law, but each state's rules and regulations for it vary. So I'm going to be focusing on the California lemon law. This law was created to provide protection for consumers who lease or buy new or used cars. To qualify under this law, your motor vehicle must have suffered multiple repair attempts within a given amount of time, but of course the amount of time has to be reasonable. If the manufacturer or the dealer can't repair your car, then you're entitled to compensation by either a replacement vehicle or cash purchase price. And many people are familiar with this law, so it's not too difficult to discover. My mom actually purchased in 2007, she got a BMW X5, and we only had it for about 6 months. So, and we probably took it in 8 times, and the worst problem with it, or the worst incident was we were actually driving to San Luis Obispo. We had been going down a downhill highway, it's a 2-lane highway, and the brakes just locked up. And so that was like the end of it. Something really bad could have happened. Okay, so mechanic services. There's as far as faulty automotive repairs, consumers need to know which mechanic services to trust and which not to trust. Places that consumers shouldn't waste their money on are diagnostic repair centers. So I'm going to go ahead. Places not to go. Diagnostic repair centers are kind of a waste of money and time because for predetermined fees, or a predetermined fee, they just tell you what's wrong with your car. So they don't even fix it. So pretty much you're just wasting your time and money there. You can easily go to another place and pay maybe a little bit more, but at least they'll tell you what's wrong and fix it for you. Other unreliable mechanic services are independent service centers. These places are privately owned and they are operated by only a few mechanics. Technically you're supposed to be certified to be a mechanic, but if it's privately owned you really never know. So the quality is kind of inconsistent and they charge you a lot for repairs. Retail store auto service centers. Does anybody know an example of a retail store auto center?
Sears?
Yeah, it's pretty much like Sears and Walmart. So I actually had another experience at Walmart, and I got an oil change and a tire rotation. And as I was pulling out of the parking lot, my car started shaking, and I was just like, "What's going on here?" And apparently, got other stuff done to it too, but for the most part, it was just oil change and tire rotation. But my lug nuts weren't on all the way. And good thing that happened as I was pulling out of the parking lot instead of it happening when I was getting on the freeway, because I don't even know what would have happened to me. So the reliable mechanic service centers are specialty service centers. These are the places that you see. They're kind of everywhere, but they only specialize in certain tasks like mufflers, oil changes, tire rotation, all of that. The mechanics are pretty competent in their field, and quality is always good. Although they're limited to certain tasks, they still cost a lot, but at least they know what they're doing. So, also car dealerships. Car dealerships are kind of like when you're shopping for clothes, you go for all the brand names. With cars, you have to go to your brand name also. So if you have a Nissan, you should go to a Nissan dealership and get your car repaired because they know your car and they deal with your make and models every single day. So car dealership. So really quick, I already asked this, but has anybody experienced like persistent car problems and actually experienced taking their car in and paying an arm and a leg for it? Just to reflect back. I had a Mitsubishi Galant, so this is all personal experience. I had a Mitsubishi Galant a couple years ago, and I actually chucked it because it just all of a sudden wouldn't start anymore. I brought it all the way down here from Northern California, and I was living in the dorms, and I bought a new battery, still was dying on me every other day. I got a new alternator because I took it to a diagnostic center, got a new alternator, still wouldn't start. So it's important to know all of these secret warranties and TSVs and recalls, and it's important to do your research on it. So now can I get 2 volunteers to come up and be a contestant? I have prizes. Please. Okay, I'll just, oh, thank you. Okay, perfect. I need one of my assist people to help me determine who gets the answer. So you guys have to, as soon as I'm done asking the question, then you guys can raise your hands. The first person to raise their hands gets to answer the question. And those are my evaluations coming around. So just pass this up. Okay, so question number 1. What is the secret warranty? Is it A, warranty that gives you 2 years to bring in any necessary repairs? B, warranty that consumers may get? C, warranty that allows you to get your car repaired for free as long as your car is having persistent problems? Or D, all of the above? C. Who was it?
I feel like you should make a noise or something.
Oh, what? Is February making noise? Well, okay. Keith raised his hand first. So I'll turn to Keith. Okay, so number 2. Recalls are A, made by manufacturers. B, can all be found on the internet. C, articulated defects in motor vehicles. D, all of the above. Rochelle.
D.
Good job. Okay, 3. The most reliable place to take your car and to get repaired is A, diagnostic center. B, independent service center. C, dealership. You have to wait till I'm done reading. D, retail store on a site.
Right?
Good.
C. I'll give it up.
Yeah. There's 5, so there's going to be a tiebreaker. 4. Dealerships are obligated to make technical service bulletins public. A, true, B, false. Michelle?
Oh, yeah.
I'm waiting for you. I'm just kidding. Yeah. What'd you say, actually?
Said false.
Okay. 5. You can be compensated under the California and federal limit law when A, you change your mind about the car you recently purchased. B, your car still suffers multiple repair attempts. C, you get in a car accident within 30 days of purchasing a car. D, your car is Michelle. B. Yes. Well, he has more than you, but you know what?
I gave you one.
These are my prizes. I mean, you probably don't want that long. This is first place, but it's an air freshener flip-flop, and then it's free. Thank you. So thank you guys. I hope my presentation also, and avoid